So OP. Hey, Stig. Evening, broski. Grass, yeah. So like one of the first things you want to do for winter, maybe I should make like a highlight for that, because a lot of people ask how you get started in this game. The hardest part, and it's not actually that difficult, honestly. You just got to figure out the right things to do. So things are a little bit different because I'm playing RO or non-ROG right now, but it's similar. First things you want to do is obviously find a place. You should go around and pick up stuff like carrots, berries when you're just moving around. Pick up some wood, pick up some stones. Make sure you get some gold because you'll need some gold to make a science machine. So the first couple days you should just spend exploring your world. And you should look for a place to make a base camp. You should pick up stones and get some gears if you can, because you can use those for ice boxes. And pick up ice if you also can, because you can use that to make a flingomatic and ice boxes in ROG. But anyways, you just so you explore the first couple days, pick up all your the berries, pick up the carrots, pick up all the flowers you see too. As soon as you can, make sure you make a garland. Always make a garland right away and pop it on your head, because that'll just help. That'll immediately help, is because it'll prolong your ability before you go insane. And insanity is something you don't want to deal with right away. So you should explore around and find out where to make camp. Good place, in my opinion, to find camp is by 2 natural resources. I'm not talking trees, I'm talking specifically neutral mobs such as spiders, honeybees, beefalo, tallbirds. Tallbirds not really, because tallbirds are kind of sporadic and they don't attack fast enough to help with mobs, but spiders, pigmen especially, beefalo. Make sure you don't camp right by them, especially in ROG, because they turn hostile at some points during the year. So you want to make your base a little bit further away. I like especially being next to rabbits, because rabbits are a constant source of food. And like the first bit of my game here, I wasn't actually I was using rabbits constantly. I don't use rabbits anymore because I have honey, and honey allows me to produce stuff with monster meat that's much better than rabbits. I really don't even need rabbits. I can use 3 pieces of honey and a piece of monster meat, and I can make honey nuggets, which are fucking awesome, especially with honey production. This honey production is OP. Although in ROG they nerfed it, so you can't harvest them at certain points during the year. But also, like, so you're getting be next to bunnies. So in the middle of the winter, when you're starving, they're only available in 3/4 of the season. But what part of the season aren't they available? Oh, you don't want to harvest them with the shovel. Don't harvest them with shovels, because then they aren't renewable. You basically just use it up. You get rid of the rabbit hole, and you don't want to do that. So another thing I also do is I pick up berry bushes. I transplant a lot of berry bushes because I use the berry bushes for your berry bush farm. Very important is getting berries. Berries and rabbits, you can make meatballs just right there. And obviously you'll get turkeys, and you can use the bait. You can use traps, and you can get rid of the turkeys, and you can make turkey dinners then too. If you don't have honey available, there's a lot more options for food. I'm using certain kinds of food because it's really OP, specifically in comparison to just like making meatballs. Like you make honey nuggets instead. Yep. So rabbits, and it costs like nothing. Rabbit traps are basically straw, grass, and saplings, and I mean you can get a ton of them. I overdid my sapling production. I probably need only like 1/3 of this, but you need a lot of grass. Grass is used for everything. Make sure you pick up flint too. You want to pick up rocks, flint, and gold. A couple pieces of gold so you can make your beginning advanced items like science machine. Specifically a science machine helps you get going. You need a science machine right away. I haven't used farms yet. I haven't really used farms. Another, you could go by ponds here, and you can get frog legs from the frogs. So make sure you're not right next to the frogs because they aggro to you. But if you're next to frogs, you can use them. You can get them for food. You can also go fishing. So if you buy spiders, it drops silk, and then you can use the silk to make other things. Silk is very useful, especially like you can use to make the top hat too, which is really OP. It's like a better garland. Yeah, so like being by neutral mobs such as pigmen, spiders, they're like neutral hostile, bees, Clogs means that when hounds come, if you're not ready for hounds, you can kite the hounds into the said mobs, and you can kill them with them. Also, you can kill them with, like, the beefalo. Kite them into the beefalo, stuff like that. But keep in mind, like, if you're right next to the beefalo, they go into mating season, and they'll rape your face. A couple people have talked about that. I haven't camped next to the beefalo, so I really don't know. But there's beefalo over here on my map. Another thing I also like to consider when I'm picking out a position is wormhole locations. On this map, I had really shitty wormholes. On better maps, these wormholes will take you way across the world, which is very nice for finding resources that aren't otherwise next to you. So for a little bit of, you know, insanity, you can go across the world, you can pick up a resource you may not necessarily have right next to you, and then you can go back. There's actually pigmen here. I forgot about those pigmen. You can go back across the world, too. So, very important. Wormholes, definitely. I like to try to camp next to 2 wormholes, at least. 1 or 2 wormholes that take you across the entire geographic area. This world has absolutely shitty wormholes. So, like, this wormhole right here goes to right there, which is, like, walking distance. This one goes down here, which doesn't help me at all. This one goes to here. And the only one that really travels far away is this one, which went to an island with nothing on it. So, yep. An island with nothing. Ooh, there's a meat plant on it now. Island with nothing on it. Wormholes are definitely nice to be next to. They help you escape too if you really need to. Here's the best place to go to find gear. It's the robots drop them. So the only place I found gears, I got gears really late in this game, because the only place that spawned them was this thing right here, which is next to the thing, which always has some gears. But normally you can find like the little chess piece boards across like pretty much everywhere. Especially in ROG, gears are much more common in ROG, and you can find them occasionally in the little, or are they tumbleweeds? There you go, tumbleweeds, you can find them in. You can find gears in tumbleweeds. Yep. Pretty much it's getting next to, make sure you're next to neutral creeps. Bunnies be very good to be next to bunnies. Honey is also important in my opinion. But in ROG they turn into killer bees in the springtime, I think, so you want to stay away from them. But you want to be in harvest, if you can get next to them and harvest them. Even like your honeybee things turn into killer bees, I'm pretty sure, during springtime. But even these guys are pretty much far enough away from my base where I don't need to worry about them, and my base is like right next to them, so... yeah. There's a lot of options. There's not just one way to play. There's a lot of different ways to play this game, which is really cool. That's what makes it cool. So. They were for me. There was, when last time I played ROG, there's tons of chess piece boards around, at least where I was. Your experience, once again, may vary. So, keep that in mind. Your experience may vary. Yeah, getting grass, transplanting grass too, so you can pick up grass with the shovel and move it. Same with berry bushes, same with saplings and trees. I mean, you can start planting trees and make a tree farm. Like Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am.